Hello everyone, just me again, Jeff Donnelly, jpdonnelly8.com, jpdonnelly8, Instagram, YouTube, just about everywhere, jpdonnelly8. Okay, so yeah, so, the reason why, or think about this, a good possibility why Democrats hate Donald Trump. And really, if you get down to it, far left-wing Democrats would hate him anyways. You know, they have the Democrats and the Democrat Party have a reason to hate Donald Trump. Whether you're a far left-wing Democrat or a centrist Democrat, you have a reason to hate Donald Trump. But if you look at it, before Donald Trump decided to become a politician, he was very good friends with a lot of the Democrat leadership and a lot of other well-known and well-respected and B-list Democrat celebrities. Remember, he actually went to Studio 54. Like, he was in the popular scene. So also Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton went to his wedding. Don't know which one of his weddings, but he's had quite a few. But the Clintons did actually attend one of his weddings, at least one. Kathy Griffin, before she decided to pose with his severed head, had posed with him, you know, like, because they were friends. I think one of the few that didn't turn against him was Mike Tyson. Strange. But you gotta give props to Mike Tyson. Actually, I like how Mike Tyson has progressed into being the person he's become. He's gone from the, you know, known as an animal to someone who's kind of funny. You know, yeah. Okay, well, getting back to it, the common sense reason why Democrats hate Donald Trump: he ran and won the presidency of the United States as a Republican. You know, he didn't run for office as a Democrat. If he would have ran for office for president as a Democrat, they would have loved him. If he was a Democrat president, he would be loved. And this is because politics is like sports. Tom Brady, loved in Massachusetts and New England. Loved for, 20 years? And then he goes down to Tampa Bay. And some of these diehard fans who love the guy now hate him. Why? Because he left New England and went to Tampa Bay. It's, at the end of the day, politics seems to be like your team versus my team. So, with someone like Donald Trump, the Democrats hate him because he ran as a Republican and won as a Republican. It's pretty simple, because a lot of his policies that he fought for were same policies that Obama stood for, Bill Clinton stood for, and such. You know, and a prime example of this is George Bush. George Bush was hated and called Hitler by the Democrats when he was in office. All of a sudden, he goes against Trump, and they love him again. And actually, after he left office, you know, there's photos of him with, like, major left-wing liberals, them being cozy. You know, why is that? Because George Bush is no longer president, no longer able to be president, so he's no longer a threat. Plus, the reason why George Bush didn't like Trump is because, well, Trump did annihilate and make rude comments and made fun of his brother Jeb Bush while running for office, while running for the presidency. Everyone thought that Jeb Bush was going to get the Republican nomination, but Trump decimated him. So if someone's making fun and making comments and disrespecting your brother or your family member, are you going to like them? Hell no. And that's why George Bush, wasn't too fond of Trump. Okay, then we get to Mitt Romney. Well, Mitt Romney ran against Obama. And when he ran against Obama, he was the Antichrist. John McCain ran against Obama, was the Antichrist. John McCain, Arizona. Mitt Romney from Massachusetts. And, well, Utah. But he was the governor of Mass. He was a well-liked governor of Massachusetts. Okay. Why? Because he was a Republican light. Basically, he was a moderate. Basically, he was a rhino. He was same with John McCain. Another rhino, Republican light. But even though Mitt Romney was well-liked in Massachusetts by the Democrats, as soon as him and John McCain decided to go against Obama, a Democrat, and these guys are Republicans, they became the Antichrist. Trump gets into office, and they both go against him. And the Democrats love John McCain and Mitt Romney. They're no longer the Antichrist. They're no longer Hitler. But I'll tell you this. If Mitt Romney ran for president again, he would be the Antichrist again. They would completely flip the script and call him Hitler again. Why? Because it's my team against your team. And all of us are being caught up in this BS. Or how about this one? Another one from Massachusetts, go figure. Charlie Baker. Charlie Baker, well loved by the Democrats. Okay. Why? Well, he's anti-Trump. And he's also a rhino, Republican name only. But if Charlie Baker ever decided to run for president as a Republican, he would be known as the Antichrist. He would be called Hitler by the left. Why? Because it's your team against my team against your team. And when it comes time, they get their people together, and just like the Republicans do too, everyone gets their people together in order to hate the other person, in order to divide the people. It's not about what someone stands for, who someone is. It's all about my team against your team. And it's sad. We need to start running on issues and running on on who we are as people. And if you get down to it, look at it this way when it comes to the Democrats. Trump could have easily ran as a Democrat. Easy. Especially seeing that when Joe Biden and Barack Obama were running, like back in the day, Barack as president, Joe Biden as vice president, they were vocally against gay marriage. And we're not talking about teenagers, we're not talking about people in their early 20s or someone in grade school. We're talking about people that are in their 40s, 50s. I think Biden might have been in his 60s for all I know, when they were when he was going for vice president. But if you look at it, what do you have? You have people saying that they're anti-gay marriage while running for president, vice president. Once again, Obama and Biden. And then you have Trump, who, when he was running for president, opens up a gay pride flag at one of his rallies and shows it to the people. He's the first presidential candidate for any major political party to actually show support for the gay right movement while running for office. And he's a Republican. Now that right there is something that should have gotten the LGBTQ plus groups behind Trump full-heartedly. But because he was a Republican, it wasn't going to happen, because it's my team against your team. And yeah, so basically at the end of the day, just realize something. Look at the people running. Look at what they stand for. Don't get bamboozled by an RRD after a name. And just believe in common sense. And remember, we as people, we as American citizens, have more in common with each other than we do anyone else or anything else. We have individual views. I know very few people whose views line up 100% with either political party. And that's why we all need to stop being brainwashed by the my team versus their team situation and come together as United States citizens, as Americans. Have a great day. And if you want to donate, my PayPal is jpdonnelly8@aol.com. My post office is post office box is down below. So donations could be sent to either of those. And if you want to buy a book, I'm the author of Raw Emotion and Political Repression. It's a book detailing the corruption that I faced while trying to run for Congress as a 25-year-old. So I'm also an artist too. So if you want to buy a painting or a piece of artwork, let me know. Have a great day.